I want to talk about something that I don't feel that we discuss enough when we're considering the voices or considering young people as a whole. And that is that they're very sensitive and they have big dreams and goals and expectations that they don't always see what they suggest or what they put out there come into fruition. And I'm speaking specifically about youth sharing their wisdom and and sharing their input on certain topics and certain agendas and different policies. There are often meetings that are held, youth roundtables, community meetings. Invite the youth. We got to get the youth voice in here. We want to hear what the youth have to say on certain topics that are very pertinent and very important, because youth are people who live in community too. They're just young, right? But they still have a voice. And what I dislike wholeheartedly is when we have people in government and people who have the power within programming and organization. We have these events and we bring young people in and we ask young people, what is it that you want? What are some of the issues in your community? What would you like to see changed in your community? How should we go about doing X, Y, and Z? And then they tell you, they give you their wisdom. They're spending their time, right? They're taking time out of their day and they're participating in these forums and they're telling you exactly what the issues are. They're telling you exactly what it is that they need. They're giving suggestions on how we can go about improving things, or maybe we should take some things away. Then so they're bringing all of this to the table. And they really think that this stuff is going to happen. And they're asking us, what we need more playgrounds. We need more open gyms. We need more spaces in community. We need more teen spots. We need more of this. The little kids want more time to play. I'm saying that they share their information and they're giving you valuable things. And we're taking it. And you're sitting there and you're taking notes. And you're taking pictures with them at the end, taking pictures during, and these kids they have hope that these things are going to be implemented within their communities or within their schools. And then you walk out the door and you do none of it. You do none of it. And then people who work with them every day on a personal scale, in school, out of school, and after school services, we have to pick up the slack of them being disappointed. You know, a lot of our children are already dealing with disappointment. They're dealing with abandonment. They're dealing with people telling them they're going to do stuff and they don't do it. And this is beyond, they're just spoiled. No, you cannot come into a space and then say, what is it that you want? And they're telling you, and then you don't do it, any of the things that they suggest. But we see it happening over and over and over. And I remember even when I was a kid, we would have things like that and we never get it. And so it's not okay to do these things with our kids. It's not okay to do this to children. They lose hope, especially in a community like where I grew up in Trenton. You're already hopeless. You every day you walk down the street, you see nothing but hopeless things, despite how many trees we plant and gardens that we put in our communities. These things are beautiful, but they're still hopeless because of the things that they experience every day. The psychology of the way their community looks, it makes you feel hopeless. Now you're going to ask me for all of my wisdom and then you're not going to apply it, and then you turn around and have another initiative to say, how can we do this to support the youth, but you just asked us and we just gave it to you. I don't like that. And it's heartbreaking, it's disappointing. How can we fix this? What I do with my girls at Timbuktu and in my work, and even when I'm working with young people, come in the door with boundaries. I come in the door with limitations like this, and this is what we have. This is how much money we have. Honestly, this is what we're able to do. This is what the policies and the laws will allow us to do. And these are all of the restraints or barriers that we may face. But let me see what you all can build within the scope of what I present to you, before you tell me you want all of these things and I know you can't get it, right? We don't have the power to make these things happen overnight or at all. Or some of us know we're walking in the door with the intention of just listening because we have to get through this, because we put it down in our reporting that we were going to do this with these young people, and you know from the door you're not going to do anything. And so I like to just create, I have those limitations and that truth already presented to them, and they share their feedback. The girls at Timbuktu, they will tell you, if she says she can do something, she's going to do it. If she can't do it, she's going to tell us we can't do it. Honest with my girls. I'm honest with my students. We're honest with our children. And while it is great to get their input, I value it. I'm not a child anymore. I might think something is so cool and they'll just say, that's corny. Like, we ain't doing that. So I value their voices. I value their wisdom. I value their input. And I build around the things that they suggest. And they will tell you that. But I feel it's such a disservice when you move through communities with young people and you know walking through that door that you are not going to do anything. You know that you may have the power to go back and check a box or put a signature on a paper and you can make it whatever happened that they asked for. But you know you're not going to do it and you don't have the desire to do it. Stop doing this to them. Stop doing this. We have opportunities every time when we meet with our young people to make things better for them or to make things worse for them. I choose to make things better for them. My worth is my birthright.
My worth is my birthright.
I am worthy.
Born worthy.
My value is not determined by material things.
My value is not determined by material things.
Because I am worthy.
Born worthy.
I am loved.
I am loved.
I deserve respect.
I deserve respect.
I have so much to offer.
I have so much to offer.